The topic for this video is LPP simplex method, the case of minimization problems. Now let us take one minimization problem and solve that with the help of simplex tables. Now in this question you can see the problem is of minimization 60x1, 80x2. Constraints, there are two constraints, 20x1 plus 30x2 and sign is greater than and equal to 900. Then is 40x1 plus 30x2 greater than and equals to 1200. And this is non-negativity constraint, x1 and x2 are greater than and equal to 0. So first of all we will just write introducing surplus and artificial variables why we are introducing these variables to convert inequalities into equalities. So we have seen that in case of less than signs we have introduced only the slack variables, but whenever the greater than signs will be there, two variables will be introduced, surplus as well as artificial. So first of all just write down the minimize z as it is. First we will see which variables we are going to add, so this I am copying the same. Then about the constraints, first constraint is 20x1 plus 30x2. So whenever greater than sign is there, it means there is some surplus on the right hand side. So we will always write minus surplus variable. So whatever surplus is there on the left hand side, we are just putting it minus s1. Whenever surplus variable will come, ultimately artificial variable will also be introduced to balance the equation. So minus s1 plus a1. In case of less than sign, only slack variable comes. But in case of greater than sign, minus s1 plus a1, two variables will come. The sign of surplus and artificial variable is same, s1, but the only difference is it comes with the minus sign and slack variables comes with the positive signs. Now this will become equal to 900. Same we will do with the second equation, 40x1 plus 30x2 minus s2 because greater than sign is there, plus a2 to balance the equation. So it will be 1200. In the last we will write whereas x1, x2, s1, s2, a1, a2. Now all these variables have come greater than and equal to 0. Now one change will come in this minimize z as well because four variables have come. Now here s1, s2 will be coming with the 0 coefficient, but a1, a2 will be coming with m with coefficient, ma1 plus ma2. That is why this minimization case problems are also known as big M method, big penalty method. This M comes in the form of penalty. So only in case of minimization, the artificial variables will come with the coefficient M. And slowly we will take out these artificial variables from the question. Now once you complete this, again we will do the same thing that we have done in case of maximization problem, and that was we have to bring every variable in every row. So the first is our minimize it. All the variables are already there, so we need not change it. So it is 60x1, 80x2, 0s1, 0s2, ma1, ma2. Exactly the same I have written. Now subject to constraints will come, 20x1 plus 30x2 plus s1. s1 is with minus sign, so here it will come with the minus sign, minus s1. s2 is not there, but we have to bring s2, that will come with the 0 coefficient because s2 was not there, but we are writing now s2, so it will come with the 0 coefficient, 0 s2 plus a1 is there, we will write a1 as it is. a2 is not there, that will come with the 0 coefficient. All the variables have come, now is equal to 900. Same we will do with the second constraint, 40x1 plus 30x2. Here s1 is not there, so that will come with the 0 coefficient, but s2 was there with minus s2. We have copied the same. a1 was not there, so 0 a1 and a2 will come as a2 only, is equals to 1200. So all the coefficients have come in all the lines. All the variables have come. In the last, we will write x1, x2, s1, s2, a1, a2 greater than and equal to 0. This is the non-negativity constraint. Now once we have just brought all the variables in all the rows, the next thing will be preparation of simplex table. Now making of simplex table will be the same as we have seen in case of maximization problem. So we will start with the simplex table 1. All the columns will also be same. Cj was there, so we will start with Cj. Then basic variable column was there, solution value column was there, then the variables x1, x2, s1 and s2 is there in the question. Besides that, we have a1 and a2 also in the question now. So all the variables that are there in our equations, we will create the columns. In the last column we will keep like that. Now filling this table, first of all basic values, the variables that we have added in the question. We have reduced s1 minus s1, but a1 was added in the first equation. So a1 is added, in the second equation a2 is added. So whatever you have added in the question, you have to take those variables. Now solution value, the values after the equal to 900 and 1200. x1 from the equation, the coefficients value is 20 and 40. From here x2's value, these are 30 and 30. The values of s1, first is minus 1. In the second equation it is 0, 0, minus 1. The values of a, 1, 0, 0 and 1. So like this we have just filled the values. Now Cj is our minimized. For x1, Cj is 60. So corresponding to x1 it will come 60. For x2 it is 80. For s1 it is 0, 0. For a1 we have written m and m. So this is how we will fill the values of Cj. Now if Cj is above here, here also there is Cj. For a1, what is the Cj? It is m. For a2, what is the Cj? It is m. Now next will be exactly the same. Zj, calculation of Zj. How we calculated Zj? Outside value into inside value plus outside value into inside value. So this will come out to be 2100 m. M is there. Next will be 60 m. Next will again be 60 m. Next will be minus m. So how we are calculating? M into 20 plus m into 40, 60 m. M into 30, 30 m plus 30 m, 60 m. M into minus 1, minus m. M into 0, 0. So m into 0, m into minus 1, this will be minus m, positive m and positive m. Next row will be Cj minus Zj row. Cj is above, Zj is here. So 60 minus 60m. So we cannot solve it. So we will simply write 60 minus 60m. Next will be 80 minus 80m. Next is 0 minus minus m. So this will become positive m. 0 minus minus m, positive m. M minus m, 0. M minus m, 0. So now what we have to do is, in case of maximization, we have chosen the maximum value from here. Now this is the problem of minimization. So we will choose the minimum value. First of all, you will see at your m's. Where are the negative m's? So this value is actually 60 minus 60m. And this value is 80 minus 60m. So these are the two values where m is in the negative. So it means out of these two values, one will be selected. So you have to see the value that is written just next to m. Here it is 60, here also it is 60. If it would have been different values, we would have chosen the lowest value. But it is the same values. So we have to see the further values, 60 and 80. Now 60 is a lesser value. This is the case of minimization. So we have to choose the value with the minimum number. So this will become, one arrow will go inside. This will become entering variable column. Once you choose the entering variable column, we calculate the minimum ratio column here now. Minimum ratio column, the formula is solution value divided by entering variable column. So in the first row, solution value is 900 divided by, corresponding to this entering variable column is 20. So 900 by 20, this comes out to be 45. For the second, 1200 by 40. So this comes out to be 30. So in this always, we will always take the minimum value because the name of this column is minimum ratio column. So what is the minimum value? This. So here one arrow will go out. This second row will become our leaving variable row. So this is entering, x1 will be entering. Who will be going? A2 will be going. At the place of A2, x1 will come. So where is the intersection point? At 40. There is an intersection point. So this will become our key element. Now with the help of this, we will create our simplex table 2. Now for preparing the simplex table 2, again we will have the same columns that we created for the simplex table 1. We will start with the Cj, basic variable, solution value, x1, x2, s1, s2. Now one thing is important here, a1 and a2. Now a2 is leaving, we have seen from here, and x1 is entering. So if a2 artificial variable is leaving, we need not prepare its column also, because this column artificial variables we have to throw as early as possible. So a2 has gone from here, it will go from here as well. So you need not make here a2 column also. Now the first row, nothing is, no change is there, so a1 will be at its own place. But in the second row a2 is going and x1 is entering, so here x1 will be written. Now the above minimize z will remain same, 60, 80, 0, 0, m. The same Cj is coming on this side. For a1 the value is m, for x1 the value is 60. So we will just put the values as required. Now the row in which key element exists, it is known as the key row. How we will find the new key row? Old elements divided by the key element. So second row will be calculated first. 1200 divided by 40, it will be 30. 40 upon 40, 1. 30 upon 40 will be 3 upon 4. 40 upon 40 will be 0 upon 40. So it will be 0, minus 1 upon 40 will be minus 1 upon 40, and 0 upon 40 will be 0. So now the new key row has come. Now we will calculate the values for the other row, that is first row, our indexed row. We will calculate for that with the help of the formula. Values in the old row. Now what are the values in the old row? 920, 30, minus 1, 0, 1. Last I am leaving because A2 has now left. Minus values in the new key row. This is the new key row, 30, 1, 3 by 4, 0, minus 1 upon 40 and 0. Multiplied by conversion factor. Now corresponding to this, in our indexed row, what is the value? 20. So everything will be multiplied here with 20. All the values will be multiplied by 20 to get a new indexed row. So 900 minus 600, the first value will be 300. 20 minus 20 will be 0. Next will be 30 minus 15. So it will be 15 minus 1. Next will be positive 1 upon 2. And last will be 1. So now once we calculated these two rows, next procedure will again be same. The calculation of Zj. This into this, 300m plus 60 into 30, 1800. So this will be 1800 plus 300m. 0. This will be 60. 15m plus 180 upon 4. So it will be 15m plus 180 upon 4. So the value of 180 upon 4 will be, it will be 45. So we can write here is 45 plus 15m. Next will be m into minus 1 plus 60 into 0. So it will be minus m. Next will be m upon 2 multiplied by 60 into minus 1 upon 40. Minus 3 upon 2 plus m upon 2. Or we can write here minus 3 plus m, the whole denominator can be addressed as 2. So it will be m. The last row will be Cj minus Zj row. This is above is Cj and below is Zj. So 60 minus 60, it will be 0. 45 plus 15m. It will be deducted from 80. So 80 minus 45, it will be 35 minus 15m. 0 minus minus m, it will be positive m. 0 minus 3 upon 2 plus m upon 2. So it will be positive 3 minus m upon 2 and last will be 0. So here also you have to check Cj minus Zj row in each and every table. If all the values of Cj minus Zj becomes zeros and positive, your answer will come. But you can see here still some values are negative. So when the values are negative, we just match their corresponding values. So 15m and minus m upon 2. So what is the minimum value? Of course it is a negative. So this will become our minimum value. 15m, this is minus m. So this will become our entering variable column. Once we choose the entering variable column, the next task is to calculate the minimum ratio with the same formula, solution value divided by EVC. So in the first, solution value is 300 and EVC is 15. So 300 divided by 15, it will be 20. In the next, 30 divided by 3 upon 4. It means it will be 30 into 4 upon 3. So this solving this, it will come out to be 40. So this is the minimum ratio column. Minimum is 20. So this will become your leaving variable row. Once you select the EVC and the leaving variable row, the corresponding intersectional point, that is 15, it will become our key element. Now after choosing the key element, we will move on to the simplex table number 3. Now for the simplex table number 3, again the columns will be same as we have done. Cj, then is the basic variable column, solution value column, then is x1, x2, s1 and s2. Now you can see what is leaving, this first row, that is a1. When a1 is leaving and what is entering, x2 is entering. So we need not make a1 here also. So the task of a1 is done. Now in the place of a1, x2 will be entering, x1 will be at its own place. The values of Cj we will fill 60, 80, 0, 0. Here also the value of x2 is 80, we can fill it here. 60, we can fill it here. Now the first row is the key row. So we have to calculate the new values. So old elements divided by 15. So 300 divided by 15. It will be 20. 0 divided by 15 will be 0. 15 divided by 15 will be 1. Minus 1 divided by 15 will be minus 1 upon 15. And half divided by 15, it will be 1 upon 30. Now second row is our indexed row in which key element is not there. So we have to apply that formula that we have done. The formula is old elements. Now what are the old elements? 31, 3 by 4, then 0, minus 1 upon 40. For A1 we are leaving because we need not fill this. Minus values in the new key row. Now this is the new key row. 20, 0, 1, minus 1 upon 15 and 1 upon 30. Now what is the conversion factor corresponding to the key element? That is 3 upon 4. So we will multiply all the elements with 3 upon 4. Now we will make the calculations. 30 minus 15. So the first answer comes out to be 15. 1 minus 0. This comes out to be 1. 3 by 4 minus 3 by 4. This comes out to be 0. Then is 0 minus plus 1 upon 15 into 3 by 4. So this comes out to be 1 upon 15 into 3 by 4. That is 1 upon 20 positive. And the last is minus 1 upon 40 and minus 1 upon 40 and this is minus 1 upon 40. So this comes out to be minus 2 upon 40. So this will be minus 1 upon 20. So calculations have been made. The index draw is also there with us. So now what we can do is calculate directly the ZJ. 80 into 20, that is 1600, plus 60 into 15, that is 900. It comes out to be 2500. Next is 80 into 0, 60 into 1, that is 60. 80 into 1 plus 60 into 0. Next is minus 80 upon 15 plus 60 upon 20. Solving this, it comes out to be minus 7 upon 3. And the last value is 80 upon 30. So we can say 8 upon 3 minus 6 upon 2. And this comes out to be minus 1 upon 3. The last will be Cj minus Zj. Cj is above. 60 minus 60, 0. Zj is here. 80 minus 80, 0. 0 minus 7 by 3 will be positive 7 by 3. 0 minus 1 by 3 will be positive 1 by 3. So we will check this table whether we have to make a new table or not. When all the values in the Cj minus Zj row and the problem is of minimization, all the values become positive, we reach the optimal stage. So now you can check that all the values have become positive and there is no artificial variable also. A has also vanished from the question. So you can say we have reached the optimal stage. So you will write the line here, since all the values in the Cj minus Zj row have become 0 and positive and there is no artificial variable also in the question. So we have reached the optimal stage. Now what is the optimal stage? The answer will be minimize Z, the corresponding to Z. What is the value in the solution value column? That will become the answer. So our minimize Z is 2500, x1 is 15 and x2 is 20. So this is how the minimization problems are solved with the help of simplex table.